working again. Looks like my mic is on. Okay. Jesus. This is way out of hand. Ooh. Okay, that music was exceptionally loud. So, this is that thing. Change the TLS to add this. Or ingress, which was what? They did ingress this way. I guess this is... Right. Does that mean 80? I guess? Hmm. Um, it's a Google Cloud link. Like, so if I include this stuff in my own thing, then I don't have to do any of this. Now, you definitely cannot do the wildcard cert thing. The only way this is going to be easy to set up is if the app does the SSL. I mean, I think that's just the bottom line here. What would be the argument to use this? So what does expose do? Isn't it cube control expose? Is that like the thing? I think Cloud Run you just have to like manually create this shit or whatever. Oh god damn it. Not logged in again. Of course not. I gotta figure out how to fix that. Oh, this is gonna do this annoying shit again where it's gotta go through the browser. I feel like something's up with this. Or it didn't work constantly. Why am I having to constantly? Yep, something went wrong because of fucking Firefox. Oh shit. I'm just gonna have to copy and paste this. Dude. Oh, fuck. It's being annoying. Why before for a while it would just like let me authenticate on the command line? Wait, that didn't open a window? What the fuck? Why the hell did that get shrunk down to tiny? What is going on with this? Chromium's got some fucked up shit happening. Ugh. Whatever. Oh wait, is this one I actually need open though? Man. Maybe you need to use like a service account would be better than what? Oh yeah, well, that was useless. Okay. Equally useless. Where's the thing? Okay, still recording. Oh, come on. Fit everything on there correctly. Okay, so where was I? I was trying to see what this did. Expose a resource. It's a new Kubernetes service. But I think the problem here is that this um, what would this create? A node port? So what does this actually do? I wonder if you have to. Do you have to give it a name? Wait. What is service? Was that? No, it's not. It's just like expose a pod directly. So still, this is. What does that do? Hmm. Oh. Jeez, look at all this stuff just to run a thing. It really feels like there's a. This could be easier. So I don't really see much there. what if we change this? Yeah, I mean, that's true. How does it know? Yeah. So what it would be like is this would be a service with the low. Can you comment? No. So you'd have none of this. But this would be a load balancer. I need this to run like a watch thing. Yeah, so that's my other problem. I guess. What is this? Ports, target port. So this. Oh. But this port would be 80. And this would be 8080 because that's what that's defined to, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. That's where's so this should get me a thing listening on that. I'm gonna make sure that dev mode is on. It is, so that means it will not put the secure thing in the cookies, so things will work potentially. Go virtual host is what? So, but again, to do static IP, I've got to tell it the IP address. But when would the load balancer lose the IP? Yeah, so this says pending. We don't have an ingress. But really, I think I could just have the single container pod and the service, because I'm not doing all this replica stuff. And so there's 80. Oh, we got an external IP address. And we got this. We got to redirect, so it did in fact work in that sense. To test. Well, what is this set to? Oh. that is going to be a different host. Because you changed it. And then this, not secure. Yeah, it closed the connection because it's not HTTPS. Yeah, I don't need it. Maybe my thing is not actually. Is it using the right IP address? Yeah, I think it was. Oh, now it's working. Why haven't I got my login code? Still not gotten the login code. Oh. Oh. We got a failure here. Yeah, it's probably because that's not configured well. So the interesting aspect to this is that, like, if this is not working, you have zero way to log in. So what? How do you trigger a backup? I need to know what the thing is. Fuck. What is the default on this? I think it's a relay. Yeah. So it's probably using this one, which is not gonna work apparently. I feel like I may have seen something like that. Um, um, let's see if this hits anything. Tried for that AI, couldn't get it. So this is. That's not what we're looking for. But I think this is actually we go. Hmm. But somehow I'm doing it off of a thing now. Because I'm running on a compute engine thing currently that's just a VM. So maybe it's blocked if you're on GKE. There you go. I feel like I had to do something about this. Entities. It'll be addressed if another Google Cloud resource removes this block once it determines a project is at low risk of sending. How can it decide that? Wait, excludes. So TLS is not. Go to the VPC networks page. Oh, really? Probably not logged in again. Fuck. Dicks. This login thing is a fucking bitch. What the? What am I doing with this? What? Okay. I don't. Whoops. is no, I'm not looking for any of that. Disallowed in this project. Project. Yeah, it's back to the same thing. Okay, so we definitely know that's blocked. Let me send email does what? And that's somewhere over here. Just doing a curl 8 SMTPS though. So we're not using 25. Failed sending data to peer, and I can't turn on logging. Yeah, that was a useful feature that I might need to add. So this isn't super interesting. So I'm not using a username and password. This is just going to relay. This is a whole problem, the thing about sending email. And passwords, etc. I wish client-side certificates had gotten a better situation. So you need to be able to send emails though, theoretically. Or I want to send out an email reminder to like a daily post your pick of the day thing. How do you communicate with people? Message people. That's off track. Why won't this work? The project can't, but I'm not even trying to do that. I don't know what port this picks if you do SMTPS, but it's not, it's one of these other ones. So it this is a side question about the email sending that I just completely ignored. So, however, what is the firewall policy? So that's there. Failed sending data to the peer. Computers to view the firewall. What? These are all ingress. What about egress? egress. So it looks like it's allowed. RDP is on by default. HTTPS. Man, this sucks. What if it was just a mistake? Nope, it's not. So, I think outgoing traffic is generally allowed. I mean, since it doesn't appear anything's blocking it. So, can you set the MTU? Crap. Okay. I'm just gonna have to assume that that actually works. But we still can't do it from our container. Yeah, most of these don't matter. Except you can't send out on port 25, unless you somehow get permission. Like you could send it to this machine, but if this machine is, yeah, I don't know. So I guess what's going on, I don't, this is a different issue on setup as well. With like, um, currently, this is just hard using the hard coded one. You could set this after the fact, but you have no way to configure it. My thought, yeah, unless you just assume, like the first person that logs in is assumed to be the admin, so you could assume if you're the first person coming in that you just don't need a login code or whatever. Like if you're creating as admin, you just do that thing and maybe show a setup page where you can enter your fuck me though. I feel certain that this is like making a request from within GKU problem. We are in dev mode. That worked. No backup. This failed because it got a 404. So it successfully made an HTTP request. I think this hover should be a like fainter green. So that you can tell the difference between the actual selected and the selected one. I love this track. It's of course sign such, or whatever it's called. What are you gonna do about this? What is that's just the error that that thing sends. Hmm. Can't you somehow get a shell into a port or into a pod or whatever? You could have it spit out a login code into the console for the first user admin or something. And also this should be sent as a um, environment variable on the deploy. Could send it as an environment variable, so we could have a relay. Who is blocking this? Can't believe this is where we're getting stumped. What is this? This is on Compute Engine in general. So I'm feeling like um, sending email from GK. What? Application integration. No. So, did they say you have to do anything? Okay. Wait. I guess you might use this on 25 as well, is the point. that's compute engine. Hmm. What? Pod level. I really hate that maybe there should be a SMT relay external name service. So man, vague. Oh my god, this is so not related. Hmm. This is not helpful. Forgot what the thing is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but gee, duh. Before you begin, pod. Yeah, but there's something for I guess this is I and this is T, so TI. Um, test. It's not gonna work. There's some way that this works. What? So there's definitely stuff running. I think there was some sort of, like, this is the name of my pod actually. Damn it. Okay. Oh. I can't do. It does exactly what it's supposed to. Prevent me from doing stuff. Um. Okay, well, I guess I'm happy that there's none of this stuff on this machine, but it's gonna make this a problem. So, the fast path is to not do any of that. We're gonna uh, make a change. See, somehow I need to be able to enable verbose on these things. On the fly. Yeah. It feels like you should just be querying the host. Some of this stuff should be queried now and not like this stuff. It should not be this. It should just be querying it now so that you have the latest version regardless. This server. Oh, but I could do. Is this still gonna work? What happened? Why is that not working? Um. Oh. Oh my God! What? Well, that just became nice. Setting. Nothing in there. Doesn't matter anyway. Fuck, I hate email. So, I'm so close. So I can install curl into my thing and just so I can debug, and I can set verbose here to 1. I hate that though. It's another one. If this was just a setting in the database, you just pull that out have to tackle this tomorrow, I think. I think if I don't have to do this necessarily, that I could just. Was there. Oh. I'm not using usernames. So. Gmail SMTP relay. And then. So. What I'm thinking is that I had to set up an IP address or something. This is not. Yeah, because I think I had that set up. Fuck, I hate this stuff. So balls. Yeah, well, obviously, I'm not um, using this. I'm not setting this. So, obviously, something else is going on. So, it's definitely the IP address. And so, where is this? This is in some other thing that I'm sure I'm not logged into. Well, let's see if this works. Probably not logged in, but I also know that it's the Cinders. That's the Cinder address, and it's got to be this. Ah, fuck. Of course, we're not logged in. How could we be logged in? I mean, we're just fucking logged in. Am I logged out of this now too? See? I guess you're supposed to log in again because it's admin. I just did an open relay. So I think pretty much you have to do this. This is just not going to work. So I am going to have to go back and fix that. And have this password and the relay all be things that are set as environment variables. I guess I think there was something where you could just do pass through where you wouldn't have to put the values, but whatever. SMTP relay. I don't think that needs to be that way. So that would do what you probably need to do. I think it just didn't go back and fix it for some reason. Or you're, oh my god, fuck off. Yeah, alright. I hate email. But I don't know that there's another solution. There's no way to do a HTTP request to send an email with this. Like it all is email servers. So it's one of those two things. I think part of the problem was I couldn't figure out what the username password should be. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into